Yeah, it felt good to get back in here. I mean, we've been training around here for the past month or so, but I mean, it's a bit of a different feeling today to have everyone back in the same room, to have everyone back working together towards a common goal. And I mean, it feels good to have meetings again, to talk hockey, and I mean, be in the gym, be on the ice with your teammates, and I think that it's just enjoyable. And we're gonna keep doing what's right to keep things safe and to keep this thing going, in the right direction.
You guys have been on the ice for a long time together, in groups. But what do you think the caliber of the hockey is going to be when the games start to matter?
I think the caliber is going to be pretty good. I think, players around the league have been working hard to try and stay in shape, trying to, work on their skills. So when the time comes to start playing again, you're able to compete at a high level. So, I mean, I think that here in this room, we're expecting to come out, playing with a lot of speed, a lot of confidence. I think that the guys are healthy and rested. So, I mean, the expectation is going to be pretty high for us to perform.
Every team's kind of going through the same thing. So, and obviously not as much time. And for certain guys, obviously like myself, a couple of weeks of not really being able to do much. So, kind of out of the norm of, typical training camp where you're kind of going in there feeling good. And so it's going to be a little bit different, but, obviously all these teams, everybody's kind of going through similar stuff. So we're going to have to adjust as we go and just try and be as good a shape as possible come the end of the month.
Auston, I'm just wondering, how did this compare today to what we might call a normal experience, just coming to the rink and going through your business? How different is it, or did it feel kind of similar?
I mean, for the most part, pretty similar. Other than kind of wearing masks in certain areas and kind of trying to distance ourselves socially from guys, especially in the locker room when you're kind of sitting in pretty close proximity. But for the most part, it's trying to keep it as normal as possible, similar routines. But obviously, it's going to be, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit here. So, might as well get used to it.
It was great. I mean, we've been around here, like I said, for a while now, but it's nothing like being with a whole group. We were with 6 guys and then 12 guys on the ice and having a full practice, having a little scrimmage there. You can't really replicate that. So being with the guys, being with the coaching staff, going over video, it just feels like it's back to normal type of thing. It feels like we're in training camp in September when, really it's July. So it doesn't feel like July. It feels like we're ramping up, and it's a unique situation, and we're making the most of it. And I think we're prepared to do that.
Phenomenal just to be back competing and getting an opportunity to complete this season. And, it's been a long journey just to get to this point. So just to officially be back with the guys, just so much fun. And, we're still working for that same goal that we started all the way back in September for. So, obviously a little different, some of the circumstances, but I think we feel very fortunate that we got this chance to be able to play and get to this point and continue to work towards that goal.
When it comes to positive tests in phase 3 and 4 and moving forward here, the league is not going to identify players. Why was the privacy important from a player perspective as you embark on this process?
Well, I think it's still so much unknown with the virus. We're learning so much more daily, weekly. Things change so much, and there's obviously a lot of attention around it, and there's whether there's false positives and things like that, and just making sure that everything is kind of identified properly, going through the abundance of caution with all the testing and protocols through the medical staffs, making sure everyone is healthy and safe, and just trying to identify that and make sure that those things are being protected, and guys, obviously, your health is a big thing, a big deal. And this has been a big shock to, I think, everyone over the last number of months, and we're still learning a lot about it. So, still trying to get the grasp of the virus and making sure that we're handling it the right way.
Feels really good. It's great to see Mikheyev out there today, and not just today, but, I've been taking in the sessions over the last 5 weeks. We've been in phase 2, and I've been able to, over the last 3 weeks, at least myself, be able to have a look and watch the sessions that have been happening. Mikheyev looks excellent, and Muzzin as well. Those guys really haven't had any time off. They've continued to rehab their injuries and skated all the way through for the most part. And it's exciting to see them. And obviously we still miss Andreas. He's an important piece of our team, and we're happy that he's making progress toward a return, but it was nice to see everybody else out there otherwise.
Sheldon, can you comment a little bit on Nick Robertson's first day? I thought he looked very energetic. Split the D a couple of times, had a hit or two, and a couple of players mentioned that the puck seems to follow him around. What was your impression of him today?
I thought he worked hard. I've come to expect that from him today. I'm not going to do too much evaluating on day one. It was really just we were really trying to make the conditions difficult out there for the players, and we had some very important things we wanted to get accomplished in terms of our structure and our system of play. But the parameters we set out in terms of practicing with just 3 lines, scrimmaging with just 2 lines. We wanted to make it difficult from a conditioning standpoint. So I think, the overall pace of play and quality of play went down as a result, but that was by design. I thought despite being tired, Nick pushed through it, but, he's another guy that just, over the last 3 weeks that I've been watching these sessions, and Nick's been here for 5 weeks skating every day here. You've come to get to know him better as a player, and his work habits are exceptional.